welcome back to my channel. Part 3 of my Winter Wonderland nails. We are making this gingerbread house. This gingerbread house, man, it was a journey. So if you are along for the ride, let's make some gingerbread houses. So I'm starting off with a rather large ball of 3D gel. I am using clear still. This is a pretty big one, and I start by just patting it down, getting it into a circular shape, and then I'm making it into a square from there. So squaring off the edges, trying to make it as even as possible, as which is, I mean, that's a struggle for me, making things even. So it's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be a square. And I mean, honestly, let's be real. What gingerbread house is perfect? I don't think there's any perfect gingerbread houses. Unless you're like a professional, but I'm not. So making a square out of this gel, and we are going to try to make it as nice as possible. It is gonna be a little bit thick, which is okay. It actually kind of helps when we get to the gypsum gel, which you guys will see. The thicker the house is actually it makes it easier to apply the gypsum gel, which is also totally crazy and honestly super not fun to work with at first. I'm getting better and better at it, but it is a little bit difficult. But yeah, so just making a square shape, and all right, so I cured that for 120 seconds because she's a thick one, so I wanted to make sure that it cured all the way through. I am taking another ball of my 3D gel and struggling to get it on my tool. I'm going to put that guy right on top of the square house form because we're making the roof. So I'm going to flatten this, and then I am going to shape it into a triangle to get the shape of the house. So it is relatively important that you make sure that the bottom of the square and the roof are the same thickness. It does make it look better in the end. That was the brown color that I'm using. It's that jelly brown, the same one that I used for the gingerbread man in part 2. And I'm just putting that all over and doing it that way. Don't ask me why I didn't grab a smaller brush to do the edges, and I tried to do it with the larger brush and got stuff all over it where I didn't want it. So I had to play some cleanup off camera before I cured this, because I don't know why I didn't grab like my nail art brush and do it. It was late at night, I'm pretty sure, when I filmed this. Yeah, see, look at that. Oh, terrible. So anyways, cover the whole thing, use a nail art brush, be better than me, do as I say, not as I do. And yeah, so I'm gonna clean that up. I'm gonna get off all of that. Another thing that's great with these silicone tools is they're really great cleaner uppers, honestly. So I used it to clean up all the excess that I got on the sides. All right, so that was cured for 60 seconds. Now I'm taking a white with my nail art brush, and I'm going to outline the door. So I'm doing like the frosting door. So I'm gonna draw a little door, and this is harder than it may seem. Sometimes, straight lines and stuff aren't my best thing ever, but we're real here on this channel. We don't pretend to be the best nail artists in the whole world. We just, we do our best. So making this little doorway. All right, so that was cured for 60 seconds. Now I'm taking a white with my nail art brush, and I'm going to outline the door. So I'm doing like the frosting door. So I'm gonna draw a little door, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm going to outline the whole gingerbread house with like how they have the icing on them. So I'm just going to outline the roof here with some whites, And I'm going to outline the bottom as well. I tried really hard to get these lines as straight as possible. That's why it's taking me a really long time. Usually I'm a much faster painter than this, but I was being a bit of a perfectionist. Perfectionist in the imperfection, you know what I'm saying? So just putting the lines on there. That's all I'm doing. Outlining, making sure the lines look good and straight and nice. And once I have the whole house outlined, I decided to add some cute little touch. I did cure this in between. Curing is my best friend. If you do something really well, cure it so it doesn't get messed up. It's my tip of the day. And then this is the little roof shingles that I painted on here. Really cute. I do wish I had made them a little thicker in hindsight, which you'll see when I use the gypsum gel to make the textured snow. It kind of covers up the little shingles, but it still looks cute. I think it looks cute, at least. I think it's adorable. And last little finishing touch, I am going to draw a candy cane. Now let me tell you, this candy cane I think was the hardest thing I painted on this nail. I don't know why I struggle so much with drawing a candy cane, but I did. I really struggled with it. It looked really wonky and weird. I actually pretty sure I ended up fixing it off camera before I cured it because I hated it. But that's what we do. That's how we get better, right? Is just trying and trying again. And yeah, see, I'm struggling, but it's okay. It looks good in the end, and that's what matters. So I cured all that, grabbing some red to add to the stripes of the candy cane. I'm using that, and I'm going to cover the whole nail. So the whole gingerbread house, the whole nail underneath. I'll make sure you get all the sides of the gingerbread house. We want it to be shiny and beautiful before we add the gypsum gel. Gypsum gel is a non-wipe, and if you don't know what that is yet, you'll see in the next clip why we have to do a top coat and cure before, because it's not something that you can wipe. Like, there's no wiping involved in the gypsum gel. So this is this is it. This is a gypsum gel. It's 3D effect, no wipe, like I said, right on the front. This stuff is wild, guys. It's basically like, I would say it's like a thick gel with little pieces of cured gel in it. Almost, it's very strange. It's the weirdest texture, and I had a really difficult time working with it to begin with, but I've practiced a lot since then, so it's getting better and better. But yeah, so you see how it's like chunky, and it just doesn't really cooperate super well with being placed in specific spots because of the like hard cured gel. I don't know if it's cured gel or what it is in there, but because of those like hard pieces, it makes it hard to do like detail work with it. What I wanted to do was kind of cover the top of the roof and make it all textured like it snowed. And I think in the end it looked good. But it's definitely something that takes some practice. I would work on some practice nails. If you're going to use this product, I would do some practice nails before you work on like a customer set or something, because this stuff is wild. So I started out, like you can see, I'm using like a little 5mm brush to place it on there. And then later I switched to a dotting tool, which you'll see in a little bit here after I'm done outlining my gingerbread house. So I cured that for 120 seconds, and then as you can see, I grabbed my dotting tool and a big old glob of that gypsum gel, and I'm putting that on there to make my snow, and it's looking way cuter. And that is the final product. So here's a couple. As you can see, the one that I made on the video versus the one next to it, a little bit better, because the more you do it, the better you get at it. But yeah, so this is the gingerbread house, the end of part 3 for our winter wonderland set. Don't forget to like and subscribe.